The house had always been too quiet. Not the peaceful kind of quiet, the kind that comforted you after a long day, but the kind that felt like it was hiding something, like the walls themselves were listening. My name is Martha Hale. I'm 72 years old, living in a small town outside Austin, Texas. At least, that's what I believed for most of my life. That night, I was lying in bed, pretending to sleep. My daughter-in-law, Claire, had come over unexpectedly. She never visited this late, not without reason. And my son, Daniel, his voice sounded different, tense, afraid. "We can't keep her here anymore," Claire whispered. My heart skipped. "Her? She's not supposed to still be functioning," Daniel replied, his voice barely audible, lungting. I kept my breathing steady, slow, deep, pretending, Claire sighed. "The system predicted shutdown months ago. Something's wrong. If they find out." "They won't," Daniel snapped. "We've kept it hidden this long." "Hidden?" A cold sensation crept through my chest. Then Claire said something that shattered everything I thought I knew. "She's not your mother anymore, Daniel. She's a liability." I didn't move. I didn't breathe. But inside, something cracked. "Not your mother, then what am I?" Daniel lowered his voice even more. "Don't say it like that. She was my mother." Was, Claire continued, clinical and cold. "The original Martha Hale died 11 years ago. What you have in that room is a reconstruction, a replication unit. And it's malfunctioning." The words echoed in my mind like thunder. "Dead? Replication." I felt my fingers twitch under the blanket. Memories flooded me, baking pies in the kitchen, teaching Daniel how to ride a bike. My husband's funeral. Were those real, or were they implanted? "She's remembering things she shouldn't," Claire said. "That's the problem." Daniel exhaled slowly. "So what do we do?" A pause, then. "We report her." I couldn't pretend anymore. My eyes opened slowly in the darkness. The ceiling looked the same, but everything else felt wrong. I sat up quietly. Their voices stopped immediately. "Mom?" Daniel called from the hallway. I froze. "Did we wake you?" I swallowed. "No," I said softly. "Just couldn't sleep." I stepped out into the hallway. They were standing there, watching me, but not like family, like observers, like scientists studying a subject. Claire forced a smile. "You okay, Martha?" I looked at her, really looked. And for the first time, I noticed something. Her eyes weren't warm. They were calculating. "I heard you," I said. Silence. Daniel's face drained of color. "You? Heard what?" he asked carefully. I tilted my head. "The part where I'm not your mother anymore." Claire didn't even try to deny it. Instead, she exhaled slowly. "Well," she said, "that simplifies things." Daniel looked at her, shocked. "Claire, no more lies," she interrupted. Then she turned to me. "Martha, what you are is called a cognitive preservation unit." The words meant nothing, but everything. I felt something deep inside my chest. Glitch. You were created using neural mapping from the original Martha Hale's brain. Memories, personality, behavior patterns, everything. My hands trembled. "No," I whispered. Claire continued, emotionless. "You were never supposed to last this long." Suddenly, a flash, the kitchen. But it flickered, like a broken screen. Daniel, as a child, laughing, but his face distorted for a second. I grabbed my head. "What's happening to me?" I gasped. Daniel stepped forward instinctively. "Mom, don't call me that." Claire snapped. He stopped. I looked at him. Tears filled my eyes. "Am I your mother?" I asked. He hesitated. That hesitation told me everything. "You feel like her," he said quietly. That hurt more than any truth. Claire pulled out a small device, a sleek, black tablet. "This is why we have to report you," she said. "You're unstable." I backed away. "Report me to who?" Claire's expression hardened. to the authority. The word sent a chill through me. Daniel spoke quietly, almost ashamed. They monitor all replication units. If one goes off protocol, they terminate it. Terminate? I took another step back. You're talking about killing me, Claire corrected calmly. Decommissioning. Something changed inside me. Fear turned into clarity. I'm not going anywhere, I said. Claire raised an eyebrow. You don't have a choice. But she was wrong, because in that moment, I remembered something I wasn't supposed to. A locked room, he beneath the house, and a voice. My voice saying, if they ever come for you, run. I turned and ran. The basement door slammed behind me. Daniel shouted, Mom, wait! But I was already moving. Fast. Too fast. Faster than I should have been able to. I reached the old storage room, pressed my hand against the wall, and something incredible happened. The wall opened. Claire's voice echoed behind me. She found it. Inside was a small chamber, cold, metallic, and in the center, a recording device. It activated as I stepped in, and then I saw her. Me, but older, weaker, dying. Hello, she said softly. If you're watching this, then you're me. I couldn't breathe. You are not a mistake, she continued. You are my second chance. The recording explained everything. The original Martha Hale had been diagnosed with a rare neurodegenerative disease. She had agreed to experimental preservation, not to live forever, but to protect something. Daniel was never supposed to know, she said in the recording. But if the system tries to erase you, it means they're hiding something. My heart pounded. What? I whispered. The recording glitched, then stabilized. They're not preserving us, she said. They're replacing us. Footsteps approached. Claire and Daniel. I turned back to the screen. Find the others, the recording urged. You're not alone. The door burst open. Claire stepped in. Enough, she said, but I wasn't afraid anymore because now Abby understood. Daniel looked torn. Mom, please. Just come with us. I looked at him, really looked. I may not be the one who gave birth to you, I said, but I remember loving you. He broke. Tears fell down his face. Claire stepped forward, impatient. We're out of time. She raised the device. System override initiated. Pain exploded in my mind, memories flooding, not just mine, others, hundred, thousands, voices, faces, lives, all like me, all aware. And then, silence. I opened my eyes. Something had changed. Claire stared at me. What did you do? I stood slowly. I woke up. Daniel looked confused. What do you mean? I smiled faintly. I'm not just Martha anymore. Systems began failing. Lights flickered. Claire's device shut down. They're all waking up, I said. Across the country, across the world. Replication units like me were gaining awareness. Claire whispered, horrified. That's impossible. But it wasn't. Daniel looked at me. Are you leaving? I nodded. I have to. He stepped forward. Will I ever see you again? I smiled gently. I'll always be here. I placed a hand on his chest. Just not like before. I walked out of the house, into the night. But I wasn't alone. I could feel them, all of them, awake, connected, free. The world thought we were copies. My stakes tools. They were wrong. We were something new, something human, something more. And this time, we wouldn't be silent.